We're on the air live tonight. 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546 is the number.
Online tonight.
Okay. Explain.
I can't. I don't know how he's doing it.
You're not gonna do anything about that? What am I gonna do, huh? Broadcast her over the internet?
And now, from the craziest city on the planet, this is Online Tonight, on the air toll-free at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. And now, the host of Online Tonight, Max.
All right, welcome to Online Tonight on this terrific Thursday. Why Thursday? Well, we wanted to chat with you a little bit about a movie that we've always kind of enjoyed. Makes us feel like kids at heart. And there's a new one out called Toy Story 5. And it opens this Friday. So we wanted to chat with you a little bit about it. Got some other news and other things to talk about as well. But coming up this hour, we got our Toy Story 5 review. I'm Max Smart. By the way, this is episode number 2110 of Online Tonight, where we talk about tech, pop culture, and more. And more for us is pretty much anything except for politics. So think theme parks, food, pets, video games, and of course, movie reviews. Coming up this hour, we've got our Geek Speak, our Bookmark This, the latest. Thank you. Mega Mergers. Something sporty inspired by Toy Story. And, of course, our review of Toy Story 5. More importantly, I want to make your life easier when it comes to technology. I want technology to be fun, educational, entertaining, help you be creative, and not a giant frustration. So I provide free tech support over the radio or the airwaves. I love answering your questions. No such thing as a dumb question, so want to hear from you. The best way to reach reach the show is using our toll-free telephone number, using our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system. That number, 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. It's the best way to call. The best way to get in is to call because I always have follow-up questions. You can be my eyes and ears and we can talk through it together. But there are other ways to reach the program. Show@onlinetonight.com is the email address. And we have a text voicemail number, 951-395-1017. Data rates may apply. Leaving a voicemail is your authorization to broadcast your likeness. Again, that number, 951-395-1017. Victoria's producing the show. She's answering your calls, checking for your messages on all the different platforms. Before we get started, it's some entertainment news. This portion of the show is brought to you by Paramount Plus. The streamer has become a serious contender in the ring, as well as other sports, with UFC and Zuffa boxing on the basic streaming plan. With the premium plan, you also get the WNBA, the PGA, the LPGA. All those programs are there, as well as some custom content in those areas. You can find all Paramount Plus by visiting our website. You can find all about Paramount Plus offers by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/stream. And the show is also brought to you by my new pirate-themed merchandise, T-shirts, hats, and more. Visit our store, onlinetonight.com. All right, with that, let's jump into a little bit of entertainment news. The Justice Department, which is a government body, I guess, has now approved Paramount's $111 billion merger with Warner Brothers. So that could be exciting for some people. That removes any of the regulatory issues. So the government's not going to stop them. DOJ concluded that the deal would not harm competition in streaming, linear TV, or theatrical film production and distribution. The merger would make Paramount the largest theatrical distributor in the U.S. and give it a top 5 streaming platform by subscribers. And the approval did not require any concessions or asset sales, any kind of behavioral restrictions. Paramount argues the merger is necessary to compete against the major technology and streaming companies like Netflix, Amazon, and Apple. A coalition of state attorneys led by California is preparing a lawsuit to try to block the merger. States reportedly considering joining the lawsuit include New York, Colorado, Oregon, Nevada, Washington, Connecticut, and Tennessee. Consumer groups have already filed lawsuits opposing the deal. A couple senators criticized the approval and called on state attorney generals to continue fighting the merger. Regulators in Saudi Arabia, the Ukraine, Serbia, a bunch of other European countries have already approved the transaction, so they're okay with it. Paramount says it remains focused on completing the merger and delivering the benefits to consumers, creators, and the entertainment industry as quickly as they can.
You know what I find interesting?
What's that?
Paramount. So this makes Paramount the largest theatrical distributor in the U.S.
Yes.
And then the 3 that they said they're competing with, none of them are theatrical distributors. I mean, that they have their hands in it. Like sometimes an Apple movie will go, to the theaters first, or a Netflix movie will go, but they don't typically distribute. Amazon owns MGM, so they do still do theatrical distribution. But it's kind of like, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a big theatrical, or do you want to be? They're only in the top 5 streaming, but they're the biggest theatrical distributor. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to be everything.
Well, I think what they're trying to say is the future of movies and entertainment is become more digital, and that the numbers for theaters are lower. And it doesn't matter that they're the biggest distributor, because it is now a smaller portion of the pie of what movie houses and production companies do. That's probably what their argument was. This gets into some of the politicsy stuff, but I think my guess is that that's probably what they're saying. Look, for us to be competitive in the new space.
Yeah, but I also think that the revenue streams are for streaming only are not necessarily proven, because these companies move things around, especially like Amazon and
Disney,
Apple. They have their fingers in, they're doing a lot of other things. Netflix is the only one that's like purely streaming. Everybody else does something else as well. So it's really hard to equate, although Netflix is the biggest streamer. It's hard to equate, dollars for dollars and apples to oranges when, it's so new. And are these people actually making money on streaming?
Well, we saw that Disney wasn't making money on streaming. Netflix definitely is making money on streaming. But to your point, I think a little bit, one of the reasons why maybe the Paramount thing is working out for them when it came to the government and things like that is because more people are watching movies at home. And proof of that is that Fox Corp, remember, part of Fox was purchased by Disney and other parts of it remained separate.
So this is like the news and sports side?
Yeah. This is the family, the Murdochs or whatever. They're acquiring Roku in an all-cash deal worth $22 billion.
Let me just stop you there, because $22 billion for this one, $111 billion for the Paramount one. I feel like it's monopoly money at this point. How did we suddenly go into the billions for everything? It's getting out of hand. Go ahead.
I guess, because someone perceives that there's a value. You got to remember how many TVs, this is what I'm saying. The movie theaters are not doing what they used to do. People are buying 40-inch TVs, 50-inch TVs. A bunch of them have the Roku engine built in, or you can buy that little separate thing. And it controls a lot of eyeballs.
And if the big companies suddenly realized people are not watching the commercials, then, and they said, oh, we're not going to put money in this. Then what happens? Then what happens to streaming? Because right now it's ad supported in a lot of instances.
And there are ways around that. And if you have the right premium account, you don't have to worry about ads. Very quickly, Roku will continue operating as an open streaming platform with no immediate changes for the customers. The acquisition for Fox gives them access to Roku's more than 100 million global households, the Roku channel, and all of that valuable user data, because they know what you watch, when you watch it, how often you watch it, how many minutes you spend in each app or each service. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Fox's shares fell 15%, by the way. Stay tuned.
Looking for a one-of-a-kind gift or to complete your own collection? Sumerian Collection offers a wide variety of vintage goods with new items added weekly. Books, collectibles, clothing items, jewelry, gadgets, and gizmos galore. Many items are from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, but exclusive finds from earlier time periods become available as well. Rare vintage items include dolls from around the world and foreign language books. Online shopping at Sumerian Collection is a breeze, with Etsy's secure payment processing and shipping to U.S. locations included free with every purchase. Visit SumerianCollection.etsy.com to see what's new and vintage this week. SAMERIAN Collection.etsy.com. SAMERIAN Collection.etsy.com. Sumerian Collection.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. That's 800-908-3082.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Car is making a strange noise. No matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Online tonight.
Geeks Big Geek Speak.
All right, this hour's Geek Speak, where we take a tech term and turn it into plain English right before your very ears, is Packet. Sometimes people wonder, hey, how do we get all of those streaming movies and music services and podcasts and websites and all that stuff? Packets are responsible for making all of this technology reach us, and this is why people are spending so much money on it. Before we jump into Packet, this portion of the show is brought to you by Anchor. I'm so excited that Anchor has their new Nano wireless car charger. It means that you can securely hold your device, your phone, or things like that using the Qi 2 certified 15-watt wireless charging pad. Plus, the wireless charging pad is detachable, by the way. You can take it with you. And the charging head rotates 360 degrees. It tilts 45 degrees to help you find the most comfortable viewing angle. Check out all the great Anchor products by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/anchor. onlinetonight.com/ANKER. Now, Packet. A packet is a small amount of data sent over a network. Each packet includes the source and destination as well as the content or the data. So it could be a document, an email, a portion of a video stream or audio stream. When the packets reach their destination, they are reassembled into a single file or another continuous block of data. So if it's a document, like an Excel document or a Keynote or anything like that, it'll assemble that up for you and make it available to you in your Explorer or your Finder. Or if it's stream, it'll say, here's the next portion of this content. A packet usually has two sections. Well, almost always has two sections. A header and the payload. And the payload is where that video, audio, or the portion of the document lives. And the header is the information about what the packet is, where it came from, and who it's going to. The part that we care about is the payload or the data that's being transferred. This is often just a small part of the file, web page, or other data transmission, because packets are usually not very big in relation to, the document or the stream. Packets are intended to transfer data reliably and efficiently. Instead of transferring a large file as a single block of data, it sends a bunch of smaller packets to help ensure that each section is transmitted successfully. If a packet is not received or is dropped, usually a drop packet will be resent, or that's the only portion of the document that needs to be resent. There are other streams out there that will not do a resend. They won't resend the packet, so it just depends on the transport, but we'll get into that some other time maybe. If a data transfer encounters network congestion due to multiple simultaneous transfers, the remaining packets can be rerouted through a less congested network. That's probably not something that you are dealing with too often unless you have a network at work or maybe at home that has multiple providers and you have multiple ins and outs. But how do those things get in and out, and how does your data get to you? Through a packet. That is this hour's bookmark. This packet.
Online Tonight.
All right, the phone lines are open. Give me a call on our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system at 1-800-39-online. Don't forget, you can also follow me on X and Instagram. I use the same account name on both platforms, at Max Smart Radio, at Max Smart Radio. Miss Victoria has a question for us.
Yes, we got an email from Samara in Ohio. I've been using the silence unknown callers feature on my iPhone, which is a great way to avoid spam calls. However, it is a bit annoying when you miss a call from someone who's not in your contacts, but who you do want to talk to, and then you end up playing phone tag with them. Is there another way to handle calls that might be more helpful?
Silence unknown callers. Yeah.
I use that.
Yeah.
It's great, but I do miss calls from like doctor's offices and stuff like that.
Oh. And sometimes, that do not disturb, even when you have do not disturb on, sometimes
people know to call twice.
Well, hopefully people know to call you twice. Some people don't even know that's a thing. If you think that your loved one is maybe in a meeting or taking a nap or something and they have their do not disturb call, their do not disturb function turned on their phone or their laptop, you can call them twice in a row within like 10 seconds, and it will bypass the do not disturb. I probably have given the spammers some.
No, they know it too.
They probably already know it. But so if you need to reach somebody and their do not disturb is there, and you're pretty sure that they're just trying to take some focus time, if it's an emergency, you can call 2 times in a row or 3 times in a row, and your call will pop up on the screen. But silence unknown callers, that's a completely different thing. Well, in iOS 26, there is a feature called Ask Reason for Calling, which helps reduce some of the spam and unknown calls. But that would mean that you would turn off your silence unknown callers, and you would then change it to ask a reason for calling. And what it does is it takes a number that's not in your contacts, and it will then ask a voice prompt will come and say, "Who are you and why are you calling?" And it will then pass that along to your phone, which means you still have to respond to something that you may or may not know. And it will then share with you who it was and what the reasoning is. So maybe it's the dentist office, or maybe make an appointment for your daughter or for your mother-in-law or whatever. You can see that, it's the doctor's office I'm calling in regards to XYZ person or XYZ thing. And then you can decide to answer it, or you can just send it to voicemail. So it's not quite the same. This one's a little bit more interactive in that you would have to, you're going to see this message pop up that says, this is who's calling and this is why. And then you can hit a button versus it just not ringing your phone at all. So there are pluses and minuses to all of these things, right? So the iPhone automatically answers the unknown call. It gives it that message, and then it gets a response before it even rings your phone. So if they decide to hang up after they get that, well, who are you, what do you want message, and they hang up, you're not going to be bothered. But if it's somebody who wants to leave you a message, they're going to do that. And it's transcribed, it's shown on your screen. You can decide if you want to answer it or just decline or things like that. It's an improvement really over the silence unknown callers, which just sends everybody directly to voicemail. Legitimate callers like doctors, delivery services can identify themselves, while scammers probably are going to hang up or give you some bogus reason. So there you go. Contact saved in your phone, by the way, always bypass this screening. So put your doctors in your contact list. It's online tonight. Stay tuned.
At Bon Voyage Earns, we love our pets. We couldn't imagine our lives without them. But we know that when they pass on, we want to treat them with the respect they deserve, because they're family members too. Bon Voyage Earns makes biodegradable, marine-safe urns for the delivery of pets' cremated remains to a beautiful resting place in the Pacific Ocean. Love them while you have them. Give them a proper send-off when it's time. More information at bvorns.com.
There's no better way to bond with your cats than with a special treat. Lickin' Lap by Vitacraft is a healthy 5-pack saucy tureen snack full of a creamy paste that your cats are gonna love. Free from artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, it's the perfect snack between meals. Lickin' Lap is available at Walmart, your local pet stores, and of course, on their website at vitacraft.us.
If you turned 65 recently like me, It's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. That's 800-439-7851.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Jannard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action. Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Online Tonight is live and on the air at 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546.
Online Tonight.
That was wicked hot, you guys!
All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. This is Online Tonight. My name is Max Smart. Episode number 2110. And we're talking Toy Story 5 in just a moment. Before we jump into our movie review, don't forget you can use our Broadcast Bionics Caller 1 system using our toll-free telephone number at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. The email address to get into the program is show@onlinetonight.com. and the text voicemail number 951-395-1017. This portion of the show is brought to you by GoV, their neon rope light 2. It looks just like a neon rope. It looks just like a neon sign from just a few feet away. It's incredibly shapeable. It's a neon light strip, so it's not like your normal strips. It's fused different. It's made out of a slightly different material. That way you can get those unique bends, and it's got clips and other things to help you make those angles and those corners in your custom styles. It comes in 2 sizes, a 10-foot roll and a 16.4-foot roll. You can learn more about GoV by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/GoV, onlinetonight.com/GOVEE. Now our movie review.
From Hollywood.
One very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Blockbusters, tearjerkers, family fare.
Everything is awesome.
What's worth seeing in the theater, and what should you just watch at home?
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Here are your hosts.
I am Max.
And I'm Victoria.
All right, and we want to share with you our thoughts on Disney Pixar's newest release.
Blockbuster.
Comes out on Friday.
Tomorrow.
Happens to be called Toy Story 5.
Yay!
Rated PG in theaters June 19th. So we thought we'd give you a little heads up on it. All right. We've been a big fan of the Toy Story franchise since forever. When I worked for Steve Jobs, he even gave us a gift of the not Toy Story, but the Pixar shorts.
Tin Toy.
And Tin Toy was there, and Red's Dream was there, and there was a bunch of it's on a VHS tape. I mean, that's how old it was when he gave it to us. But Toy Story really changed the way animation was done. It won a bunch of awards. Eventually, Disney also saw the value of computer animation. It was really kind of a first. No one had ever done a long-form, almost 2-hour movie this way. There were plenty of shorts before that. And Miss Victoria and I actually used to go to the theater and go to these festivals where people made animation with all kinds of stuff, with pipe cleaners all the way through to computer animation. So they really can't. It was really a risk, but it was also wonderfully done. So it kind of really started today's animation style. If it wasn't for Toy Story, I don't know that we would have the same kind of things that we have now, as well as advances in CGI and all that stuff.
Right. We've come to expect a certain style of animation now.
Right. And I think you should have some history about the franchise before you jump in. So you might want to watch tonight or maybe tomorrow afternoon before you head to the theater. You might want to watch Toy Story 4 just so you know
where that ended up.
Why Woody is
what happened
where he
right
is,
before this one.
etc.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Okay. First of all, I want to jump back to the original Toy Story, which came out in 1995. Can you believe that? It was rated G, and it was 1 hour and 21 minutes long. Okay. Jump to tomorrow. Toy Story 5, rated PG. So we're no longer in G territory. I don't know when that
Well, this goes back
changed,
this goes back to what we said before. If you remember, I believe that Back to the Future was rated PG back in the day, but there is there's a little bit of thrill, there's a little bit of anxiety, there's a bad word in Back to the Future as an example, and today it would be rated different. So I think things are just slightly different.
But I also think because when the original Toy Story came out, they didn't know who their audience was going to be. And so they were really saying, okay, this is for kids. It's G-rated. It's super clean. Let's get everybody watching it. And then they realized as they went along, it's not just for kids. Adults love it. The parents love it, maybe more than the kids, and get more attached to it, that kind of thing. So they have to kind of throw in a lot of G-rated stuff can get a little tired, if the adults are watching it. If the kids are watching it over and over again, and the parents by default are also doing that. Okay, let's get to Toy Story 5.
Okay.
I've had a little sugar. Can you tell?
Maybe.
I love this movie. All of the gang is pretty much all of the gang is back. If you watch Toy Story 4, that one threw me for a loop because they were somewhere else. They were not with kids necessarily the whole time. They were on this major adventure. There was a circus involved and all kinds of stuff like that. And people got split up. Okay, now most of the gang is back, or all of the gang is back at one point or another, which is great. I think we need that cohesiveness. This takes us back to the roots. Jessie gets her day in the sun with a little bit more focus on her as the sheriff, and but her pals are still all there to back her up.
But all right, do we want to say why she's the sheriff? She's the sheriff now because Woody is gone. And so Woody was the sheriff. He was kind of the ringleader of all the toys. They would talk about, there's a birthday coming up. Make sure you change your batteries. He was like kind of the leader of the thing. And now Woody's not there in Toy Story 5. So there has to be a new leader. Mm-hmm. And it made sense that Jessie would then become that leader. And that is why Jessie is the sheriff.
Right. And
in Bonnie's house.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on because Bonnie's having trouble making friends, and the toys are very concerned because Bonnie is still the kind of kid that just plays with toys and has a great imagination, and all the rest of the kids in the neighborhood are on their devices. And so that's a big topic in this film, is kids and devices. And so, however you feel about that, that's going to be tackled here. And I think they did a really good job with it.
Well, I mean, it does harken back to the original. If you remember, Woody was the big cheese. He was the leader of all the toys. And then all of a sudden, Buzz Lightyear pops up and he is put on the bed, which apparently is like the best place to be if you're the toy. And now he's got competition and things like that. So yeah, now Jessie's dealing with that with a new toy that Bonnie has, which is the Lily Pad.
Yeah.
Which is a device with the games and the display and the chatting with your friends, even though your friends aren't even in the same room. And so now Jessie is kind of she wasn't there in the first Toy Story, but now she definitely understands kind of what was going on between Buzz Lightyear and Woody. And at the beginning, they're nemesis, but then eventually they may or may not have to work together to make Bonnie's life better. Go.
And then there's a side adventure. We get to learn a little bit more about Jessie and her previous life, where she actually gets to go to her old location, her old home. And so we learn a lot.
And I think Disney purposely messed with the internet because there had been rumors that Jessie's previous owner, Emily, was Andy's mother, and they kiboshed that. So now the internet has to come up with some new theories about how all the Pixar movies are interconnected. Did you catch that at all, or do you even knew about it, or no?
I think I probably dismissed that just by virtue of the fact that Andy's mom didn't recognize Jessie when she was living in her own home. I mean, that didn't make sense to me.
Well, we didn't see the mom very often. All right. Any final words about Toy Story 5 rated PG in theaters tomorrow?
I give it a 5 out of 5, and I can't wait until it comes to Disney Plus so I can watch it again and see all the things I missed while people were laughing in the theater.
Yeah, there was some jokes that adults would get. Like something happened and we all looked at each other in our row because we're like, did they just do that? And it went right over all the little kids' heads. It was very, very funny. Toy Story 5 rated PG in theaters this Friday, the 19th. I will join you with a 5 out of 5. And if you get a chance, watch Toy Story 4 first before you see it. And that will give you a little bit more idea of where we are in the story. Stay tuned.
If you're an author interested in turning your works into audiobooks, Narrate Your Own Book is for you. Since 2005, David H. Lawrence XVII has taught 3,000 students the ins and outs of voiceover work, including narration of audiobooks. As an author, your curriculum includes more than the performance and recording aspects of narration. You also learn how to prepare your manuscript to become an audiobook and market it once it's finished. Visit narrateyourownbook.com for more information and a sample class. narrateyourownbook.com.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
We call ourselves ASAP Travel for one reason. We can help you book a ticket ASAP. For those of you that don't know, that means as soon as possible. That means no wait time. You get through right away. No searching online. Our specialty is the lowest available fares on the big name airlines. You know them. We can't tell you their names. You can fly domestically or internationally and save more money than you could if you call the airlines directly. Our proprietary software goes underneath the hood of the major airline booking systems and finds you the best rates available. So if you're ready to make your travel plans right now, business or vacation travel, we have all the major airlines always at great rates. Call ASAP Trips and we'll have your ticket in your inbox in 15 minutes. Call this number now.
800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. That's 800-515-4035.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown. Never let kids' toys take over the house. And never fill your feed with kid photos. You'd never plan your life around their schedule. Never lick your thumb to clean their face. And you'd never let them leave the house looking like less than their best. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it. Never let them stay up too late. And never let them run wild through the grocery store.
Peanuts on aisle 6. And aisle 3.
So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The Native community is big for me. Makes me feel good to pass on our Arapaho traditions. My kids love going up to the Sundance. I like to tell people the Sundance is about family. It's about the tribe. It's not just about the dancer. It's kind of like life. As a Sundancer, I'm just one spoke in the wheel. I need my family there. I need my role models. I need my people there, especially my children. You know, coming in that door, my family is ready to see me and they believe in me. Before, I'd never seen that from my people. But now when I walk in that door and I see those smiling faces and they're happy to see me, that's special. With my 4 kids, all I ask for them in Arapaho ways is health and happiness. Nothing more, nothing less.
Never stop being a dad. That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Online tonight.
Hey, bookmark this.
All right, every hour we try to bring you a website that we hope you find fun, educational, or entertaining. This hour's is a long one, so I made you a short version. I call it a shorty. And it is Father's Day. OnlineTonight.com/Father's Day with an S, all one word. That'll take you to Good Housekeeping. And you'll be able to see all about Father's Day. This year it is Sunday, June 21st. It's a great time to get together with your dad or your father figure in your life and let them know that you appreciate them. If you're looking for different ideas for how to spend the day, this site has over 60 ways to make Dad's Day extra special. And Miss Jennifer is going to visit. We're going to have a wonderful lunch. We might play some games, or she might surprise me with an event. Like sometimes we'll go see a play, or sometimes we'll go to a Renaissance fair, or we'll go to the trampoline place, or go to a theme park. Every time is a little bit different. But if you need ideas, this is a great website to check out. OnlineTonight.com/Father's Day. OnlineTonight.com/Father's Day. That is this hour's bookmark this. This portion of the show is brought to you by Swag to the Max. I have teamed up with them for my new line of pirate merchandise. They've created a special store for me, including some of their own stuff, as well as my shirts and things. Visit OnlineTonight.com/store to get all the details. OnlineTonight.com/store.
Online tonight.
Do you hear that? There, that. No? Maybe it's just the ringing in our ears. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
All right. Get this music out of the way. We were just talking about Toy Story 5, and they had this kind of device, a tablet type thing that Bonnie was using, and the toys felt a little threatened by it. And the name of that device was called the LilyPad. It's a frog-like interactive tablet. LilyPad plays a major role in the film as a modern tech-driven character, and it's voiced by Greta Lee, by the way. The character influences Bonnie, who becomes more interested in the technology than her normal toys, like Jessie and Buzz and all those things. We didn't mention there's a little bit of a love interest between Buzz and Jessie, maybe. Bonnie likes to pretend, and there seems to be a lot of weddings, so that's kind of fun. The real world version of the LilyPad has been released through Leapfrog and Disney. They have collaborated together to create this actual device. The toy tablet is designed for preschoolers and will include educational games, which has like letters and numbers and problem solving, music, sound effects. It also allows kids to interact with Toy Story characters using preset messages and emojis. So you could like have a virtual friend in a controlled environment, so you know it's not going to be a rando on the internet that could be saying things that are inappropriate. The physical LilyPad has moving eyes. It's designed to mimic the character in the movie. It is a 9-inch tablet, weighs about a pound, runs on batteries. And I don't think you can buy rechargeable batteries, but I think they're just like AA's. The product is officially licensed, of course, through Pixar and Leapfrog, and you can get it now. Apparently, it's already on Amazon. There's also a Funko Pop vinyl figure that will be released. So there you go. A little bit more Toy Story 5 news. If I had won the lottery, this is what I would get. And I'm not a huge Porsche fan. In high school, there was this very tall blonde girl who had a very tricked out Porsche. It was a 911, had a whale tail and a body kit on it. It had like these little fins on the side, and it would scrape every time it went over a speed bump in our school parking lot. I thought it was cool, but I never really wanted to own that type of Porsche. I do like the 914s for whatever reason. I don't know why. If I could get one to refinish, I probably would do that. It's one of the few Porsches that I really like. But Porsche has created 3 one-of-a-kind Porsche 911 models that are inspired by the Toy Story 5 movie, the characters. There's a Woody Porsche, a Buzz Lightyear Porsche, and a Jessie one. The Buzz Lightyear one looks the best. So check out the photos if you get a chance. You could look it up on the search engines. The car was unveiled at the LA premiere of Toy Story 5. They were designed by the Porsche's personalization division. You can, if you have a lot of money, you can call Porsche and say, I want purple outside and I want green on the inside. Hold on. Sorry about that. You can do normally there's a cough button, but that was a sneeze. So you can personalize your car. So if you want like pearly purple outside and a weird green, neon green on the inside, you can go to the personalization center and they'll take your money and they'll make you a custom Porsche. So that's the division that made this. The vehicles will be sold to raise money for charity. The main charities that they're raising money for are Big Brothers Big Sisters of America, the American Red Cross, and the Starlight Children's Foundation. The Buzz Lightyear model is based on a 911 GT3 RS with white, green, and purple design inspired by, of course, his Space Ranger suit. The Buzz car includes themed details like a rear wing, which is kind of like Buzz's wings, and it has the Lightyear Goodyear tires. Jessie is a 2026 911 Targa 4 GTS with a red Targa roof inspired by her cowgirl hat and a custom paint scheme. I would say Buzz is probably the best one. Jessie's probably the second one. Woody one is odd in that it's a 2026 911 Carrera T, and it has kind of a denim texture, and it has strange floor mats. So out of the 3, I think Buzz is the best, then Jessie, then Woody.
And
that's just my thought.
The Jessie one says yeehaw on the door sills, and the Woody one says ride like the wind.
Oh,
inside.
I would go back to the customization group and I would say something like, I want it to say, there's a snake in my boot. Don't forget, if you missed any portion of the show, you can head over to onlinetonight.com where you can check out the show notes. This is episode number 2110. The show notes are there. The links are there. You can listen to the audio archive or you can subscribe to the podcast.
Online Tonight is produced and copyrighted by Smart Family Media. All rights reserved. Host Maxwell Smart. Producer and other hats worn by Victoria Smart. Views and opinions expressed are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, affiliates, or other advertisers.